Hello, we have a website which, well, don't kill me yet. This is an older website. It is marked as one of the worst websites that are on the internet. And you get the task to check if this website has any accessibility issues. So, what do we check when we say accessibility? Well, accessibility testing refers to checking that the website is usable by people with different disabilities like hearing impairment, eye problems, partial or total blindness, even. And my question is, how would you test this in an automated way? Or better said, how would you test this in Cypress? Well, by the end of this video, I will show you a way to do it. So let's get actually started. So I have here Cypress installed, and I only have a describe block and it, and well, we want to see how we can do the test. What we need to do is, or what we will do is install a plugin called Cypress X, and let's just do it really easy. We can copy this one here, and we go into our terminal and we do npm install and Cypress X. It may be that for me it doesn't work because I already have it installed, but it did work. So how do we check if this is installed? Pretty simple. We go into our package.json and we have our Cypress X. Good. Now, before we can actually use it, it's also written in the documentation, but double check. So in the support folder in the index.js, we need to import X. We can copy this as well from here. Go to here and we import Cypress X. Now this is all the setup that we needed. And now we can actually perform or check our site for accessibility issues. So first thing we need to do is we need to open the site. Let me copy the URL. Don't worry, we'll have the URL as well in the video description. So we have our ci.visit command. And so we first need to open the site. Then we need to do, we need to activate in a way we need to inject the Cypress X. So we do ci.injectx. Let's see if this works in our set as well. Inject X. Okay. And what this will do, so first it will open the site, then it will start the injector. And now we have some options. The quickest option would be just to tell Cypress, then or Cypress X, that we want to scan the site, and that can be easily done by, so we do check. Now we can, in order to run our test, we will open Cypress, npx Cypress open. So Cypress has started. Let's just run the test. And what will this do? So this will open our web page. Then we'll inject our accessibility checker. It will take some time because we do have some issues here from an accessibility perspective. Okay, so our test failed because of some internal checks, but we can make it so that it doesn't fail when such checks happen. So as you can see here, we have some entries where with a number. Yeah. So if we hover over these and we press them, we see we have some parts of the application which are highlighted. So these are contrast issues. If we go to other sections, we see that we have missing link name, regions, and so forth. But of course, if we never did accessibility testing, even in a manual way, the first thing that we would need to do is check the different types of accessibility checks that the Cypress X does, and that can be done on the site. So we have the configuration that we did is pretty general. So it checks for everything, but we can create a separate configuration that checks only for specific kind of issues. And as I was mentioning before, in case we want to not have our test fail, we can just do this one, CI check all. And if we run our test again, it should not fail at the moment for the previous checks that it does internally. Yeah, so now it runs all the way through. It still shows us all the issues, but as I mentioned before, it would be good to firstly make sure that you understand all of the checks that it's doing. And if you want, you can format the messages in a way that it is easier to understand what's going on. So make it more as a table or as a report. And this is all already presented in the actual npm package description. So if we do a little bit of magic, in the end we can see this part. So we have the ID, the impact, and description, but we would need to copy the whole configuration from here. So that was what I wanted to show you in this video. As always, thank you for watching it, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, and bye-bye.